All right, we're here for the third match. First serve goes to Navy, and they're going to serve it out of bounds. We're here for our third and final match of the pool play, and we're playing our sister club, Rockwood Navy 16. Our Rockwood 16 Navy, however you want to look at it. As this one has a lot of people with their eyes on it, and Greta will start us off, goes right side with it. These girls all know each other well. And we'll see how this one plays out as Jane will go up and over the block. And we'll start with the 2-0 lead. She'll send it back middle. Libero will send it forward to the setter. Quick one to the middle. Tipped around. Allie plays it up. Chloe with the out of system to Jane. Jane goes cross court. Pushed over to the outside, and that'll sail long. Greta will send this one short. Libero lays out for it from the outside. Chloe has that one up to Allie. Jane tips it over the block. Bounced around from the right side. Allie plays it up. Greta gets it to Jane. Jane turns and dumps it back left corner. Greta will send it into the middle. That overpass. Allie tries to clean it up, but it was picked up. Greta to Allie. Allie, quick one to Cam. She's unable to push it over the net, but we took a 4-1 start on Navy, and we'll see where it goes from here. As the outcome of this will tell us whether we have a three-way tie at the lead or if we're in third place and going to bronze. This one will come at Greta. Allie will shoot it out to Jane. Jane goes up and over the block again. Setter gets it to the middle, and there's a quick kill from the middle. Kennedy will step away from that one, and it'll sit. Was called long, but the up ref's going to overrule it and say it landed on the line. I thought it was in myself, so I'll agree with the up ref. The up ref made a gesture to the line judge that she was kind of blinded by Kennedy as she was sidestepping it. And it was a good call. I thought it was in. 4-4 now as we were unable to get that serve back over the net. And we're back to an even ball game here as Navy serves. Short serve. Kennedy does a good job of running into it, but sends it up to the net and nobody home. And Navy will take their first lead of the game. Kennedy up to Allie. She'll feed it over to Jane. Jane turns a little too much on it and sends it over to the bench. And we're down 6-4. Short serve. Kennedy's in there. Allie pushes it to Jane. She'll tip it up and over. Back set to the right side, tipped over the net. Kennedy getting a nice slide for that new Summer Olympics team, but didn't make it in for that one. The volleyball slide, it's catching a lot of attention. That'll sail long. Cam will come in, go back behind the line here, down 2. She'll send it short right side. Good play over there by Corbin. That's blocked at the net by Jane and Zoe Davis. Played back up by Kennedy. Jane gets a good swing on it. That'll come all the way back over. Greta plays it up. Greta from behind the 10-foot line. Roll shot up and through the block and down. Takes us to 6-7. 6-7. Cam goes to the right side. Here's a nice block again by Jane and Zoe Davis as they go up and combine on that one. And quick work of it from their middle over on the other side for Navy. Definitely going to have to make a habit of getting hands in her face. Greta fights that one off. Allie get it to Jane, and Jane will take a little off of it, put it in the Hertz donut. Allie shoots this one seam right. Stetter has to run all the way back to the back court. Allie will play the free ball. Chloe out of system to Jane. Jane up and over the block. Down for the kill, and we're tied at 8. Allie back middle. Pushed over to the outside. Big swing. Hands on it. Greta gets it to Allie. We're going to get a net violation on us. Not sure who that was called on. Possibly Allie, as I think she was up there top front right. Chloe will pop that one up. Liv runs to get it. Good play by Zoe Davis to keep that in and over the net, and good things happen. Tied at 9. Good job by Liv to run that one down and get it up to where Zoe can make a play on it. Reagan in to serve. She'll send it deep back left mid or right middle. Cross court, Liv dived after it. Can't come up with it. And Navy will go back up by 1. Cross court at Reagan. She'll send that one up. Liv gets under it. Zoe Parks will put a swing on it, but that'll go too long. And we're at the 9-11 score. As always, thanks to all of our first responders. Appreciate you keeping us safe. That one will go off Chloe and be another Rockwood Navy point. Find ourselves down 3 here in the middle of set 1. Doing the math, and I could be wrong, but that'll sail to Capistrano, cut the lead to 2. If my math is correct, doing a little Beverly Hillbillies Jethro Bodine math, if we win this in 2, we've got a 3-way tie at the lead, all of us at 4-2 for our sets, 2-1 for our matches. It'll come down to the point spread because the 3 of us will have head-to-heads against each other. Nice shot by Greta. She kills that one, and we're at 11-12. So it'll be the point spread. And right now, Navy has a clear advantage on point spread. We're a little up on Tulsa, so that, depending on how this one ended, we'd have a chance at taking second and finishing on to the challenge match to stay in the gold bracket. Great job by Liv to keep that alive. If we, unfortunately, that overpass cleaned up quick. if we were to win in 3, that would put us at the disadvantage in overall sets. We'd be at 4-3, and both Navy and Tulsa would be at 4-2, so we would end up in the bronze. And if we're to lose this match, we're in the bronze. No way I see that we end up in copper. That's POW. They're over. So our worst scenario is end up in bronze. But would love to see us win this in 2 and see how the old calculator works out on the point spread and see where we end up. Kennedy will send this at the libero left side, and a little miscommunication between setter and middle, and we're tied at 13. And we got a good one here in the middle of set 1 between the two sisters from a club. As your white is giving Navy all they want. Cross court, Reagan fights that one off and gets it up playable. And that was a good play by their setter there. Could have been a net violation, but they're saying it was the ball that hit it. She went up and put it back behind her head. Again, that's the beauty of having a front row setter. You can go up and play the ball over the net like that. Chloe will get that one up. Allie runs under it. And Greta tips it into the middle, but picked up by Navy. There's a double that didn't get called. But again, it's at the up ref's discretion to call it. From the outside, off the high hands, Kennedy and Chloe come together. Unable to get it up to a two-mate, and we're at 15-13. Chloe will get this one up to Allie. Back sets it to Cam on the slide. Allie does a great job of picking up the rebound as it was blocked. Tipped over. Allie has to play it. Chloe will get it to Greta, and Greta will turn too far on it and hit it over to the bench. And we're down 3 and a timeout from Gabby, and I'll go make sure we match the scores table. All right, we're out of the timeout. Navy serving. Back at Kennedy, she'll send it forward to Allie, pushed over to Greta. This time she cuts it inside the net, inside the antennas, and gets the kill in the middle of the backcourt there. Greta will go back behind the charity stripe. She'll send it too far to the right, and that lead will stretch back out to 3. This one comes seam right. Kennedy steps over to it. And then a little confusion. Kennedy will send it over free ball. And then, I don't know if that was planned or not. It looked like maybe a miscommunication on the set, and their middle got a left hand on it and caught us by surprise, and that's a Navy point. Point spread's 4 right now, 18-14 here in the middle of set 1. Kennedy dives in for that one, plays it up to Allie. She'll send it over in 2. From the outside, blocked and over to the stand, over to the parents. And we're down a handful. That one sails long back here towards the old studio booth. Got a couple fingers on it to keep it from hitting transmitter table here, or transmitter antenna, aka the tripod. Cam will send this one back at the libero. Sprays way over to the left side. Setter gets on it. Right side pushes it over. Allie has to play it. Kennedy gets it out of system over to Jane. She tips it over the block. We play on. From the right side, a big dig by Kennedy as she gets that all the way sky high. And Jane turns on that one and sends it down in a hurry. She's got fire in her eyes as she's out to prove something against this Navy team. Cam will find the net with that one, and we'll roll into the back third here of set one, down 4. That one's going to sail long. I got to say, this Navy team is notorious for missing quite a few serves, so we'll take as many of those as they want to give us. Allie will shoot it down, seam right, and get an ace. Scores 18-12 with Allie serving. 18-20, sorry. 21-18 now in favor of Navy. That's what happens when I walk and talk. I got to walk quite a few steps to my right to see the scores table. Old fat man gets out of breath doing that. Jane will get the feed from Liv. That's blocked. Chloe does a good job of picking up that rebound, and Zoe gets blocked as well and unable to get that rebound. And we're down 4 with only a few points to spare, and Gabby's going to get a timeout. This one will come back to me as that'll go off Jane and Chloe. And we're at 23-18, and the girls' chances for the crossover match and staying in gold are down to just a few points here, as that's a short serve. Jane does a good job of playing it up, but that overpass gets cleaned up, and Navy is sitting at set point right now. That one will find the net. Still life as Reagan will come in to serve. No better time than now for a good comeback.